And the applause comes you as we join Sport-O-Rama, where Orange County West in 3:25 left in period one as we join you late. It's 2-1 for OCW. Wrist shot by Addie Costello, and there's a save. OCW wearing the white jerseys. The Ramapo Saints in their navy blue with royal blue jerseys, white lettering, white. Their side, Tegan Helsley sends it to the point. Poise tries to send it at net, picked up by the Saints. They're hustling out. 3-on-3 though, good back check there. Centered in front, picked off by Rachel Lee. Saints move it around between the points. Helsley up there. Amy Tolman up there. Now it's picked off by Rachel Lee, and she'll a couple of the OCW arriving here. Come on. Playing against each other, not and her here. Veronica Coy's move. Will pursue it there. Three Saints were there. With it. Here's Tegan, right point, sent through track. Picked up by the Saints, but Tolman sends it over the end line. Saints pick it up. 4 in the corner. Now centered, knocked away. Tolman's there, centers it for Tegan. Poise at the point. Get it. And she neutral. So was hustling down. Looked up. She scored right before. And it goes just wide. Battled for. But none picked off there by Costello. Send it toward the net, sends it again in front, but the goalie knocked it away before. Behind the net, looking, centers in front. It's slapped at and snapped by Promu. Comes to the point. Matone, slapper. Logo on the center of the goaltender's jersey. 35.5 seconds left. Period. OCW players jump onto the bench. Have joined the fray. So now OCW looks like they have 6. Andalina comes out, shot goes wide. She protected the near side. Down there, and she'll hold on. 17.2 seconds left. Period 1 from Sport-O-Rama and Monsey. Usually I'd be on the perch right above the scorer's table, but it makes it a little more difficult to get up to that spot. Which makes it a little bit more fun. Of the period. Redirected in front by is the last shot of the period, and that'll do it. So period 1 comes to an end. to Orange County West goes to Easton Pramuka. But just before we jumped on. Glad for you to join. Joe Rizzo bringing you the action, and glad to do it on a Sunday. So if you're just tuning in, OCW in the white jerseys and the Ramapo Saints in their traditional home uniforms, which are navy blue with some royal on the sleeves, or on the shoulders. Royal blue stripes abound on their uniforms with white trim and white numbers. So some arriving late, but giving OCW its relative reserves. Certainly enough to get through. Looked like 3 reserves, or 2 or 3 reserves at the start. Pramuka on the dot, Rizzo on the left wing, Toman on the right, Coys and Lee, Coys and Matone, the defense pair. Pramuka won it to Rizzo for a moment. Matone's going to pick that one up and send it in, but not all the way deep. Rizzo battling there. Toman now tries to keep it in at the point, but the Saints move it out. Tuttle sends it in, and Pramuka reaches back to pick it up. She tries to get some speed, sends it for Toman on the right wing toward Rizzo. Looked like Pramuka let that pass go through to the more forward player. Pramuka in the circle, goes to Coys at the point. Coys winds up, sends a snapper that gets all the way through and is sticked aside. Tuttle picks it up, tries to get it out, but Pramuka gets a stick on it. She dishes it right back to Pramuka. She goes through, looking, wrist shot, rebound in front. It was loose. Rizzo tried to shove it in, but couldn't quite get it. Coys on the one-timer, couldn't quite get a full brunt of it. Pramuka comes back, and she sweeps that puck away. Oh, they're going to call the penalty there. Boy, that's a tough call. She comes back, and she sweeps down, gets the stick on the puck, and the player then falls over it, but they're going to call Easton Pramuka for a trip on that one. And she thinks that she's in the right, and there's people from Bergen County. Less the referee's calls. So the Saints will have a power play, trailing 2-1 with 14:57 left in period 2. The power play is a minute and a half. Comes to the point. McNulty tries to send it forward, but Helsley gets there. Matone steps up, blocks the shot, recovers down low. Coys is there. She sends it up toward the point, but McNulty keeps it in. Helsley shrugs her player off. It comes to Costello with the comes in, makes the move, backhander score! Addison Costello on the shorthanded breakaway gives OCW a 3-1 lead with 14:25 left in the second period and 59 seconds left in the kill. So put one up for the Orange Crush as they kill off the penalty to Pramuka. Costello wins the face-off back to Lee. She's killing it off on the back line with Herzog. Ella Herzog over there will get it and move it up. Sends it over to Rachel Lee, who will just walk right in on the left wing. Rachel turns, sends it toward the slot, but it's rebuffed and sent out on a one-stick shot by the Saints. Herzog retreats to her own end, banks it off the boards on the right side for Costello, who gets it into the zone but can't maintain possession. Lee's going to walk right down Broadway Street and take it into the left corner. Toward the net as the bring it out to the Saints, but they get back onside just barely. Galina, she knocks it down with the right pad and then just covers it up before further damage. 13:35 left period, 2-3-1 OCW over. On the dot. Tuttle wins the face high and low. Now the player there. Pramuka's out of the box, and boy, she might have been just gone if she could give up 2 steps with a clear path of ice. Trying to spring Riz. Here comes East. Still with it. Pramuka looking. Wrist shot, shrugged off. Rizzo on the rebound, shoves it forward, still loose in front and goes. Saves in that sequence. Coys toward Tolman's side. She lets it go through, but there's nobody on the backside. The penalty's been killed off of OCW on the shorthanded goal by Addie Costello. And now they will move it through to Tolman, to Rizzo, to the Saints. Saints move it up the left wing now. Still moving. It's the mask of Landolina. That's Kaylee Conley. Standing season for Ramapo. A rather far side boards. Pramuka had it. Tuttle picks it off and sends it across the crease. Who sends it? Easton. She's with her. Gets through one. Gets through another. Wrist shot goes far point. Chipped in by Matone to Rizzo. She peels it off the boards. Was looking low for. Could have worked a little give and go right there, but just learning. McNulty. Big shot. Big. He got the blocker on it and covered up that. Now there is one OCW player out there in the jersey, so you're going to have to forgive me on that one. But didn't have time to square that one off. Wrist shot through traffic, right pad saved by Len. Second period, 3-1 OCW. Got here it was 1-1 when I walked in the building. It was made 2 right before we hit the live stream button. And then since then, a shorthanded goal by the person taking the face off right now. It goes all the way around to the far corner. Pushed up toward the point at the breakout spot, and the Saints will get it out of the zone, but they won't be able to run ice and skate in over the left wing. Pulls back towards the boards, was going to go high, but decides to go right back in front. And there, but they were all marked, so the Saints holding their form. Centering feed before Costello could get there. Matone grabs it and sends it low. Costello near side corner. Comes up and then Costello will get it. She'll go toward the right circle. Turns and battled for along the near side boards. 2-on-2. It goes to the point. corral it. She had to retreat the zone in order to get it. Here's Matone. She's got time, and she uses it. Costello battles in the near side corner. Shoulder battle over there. One player goes down. It's a Saint, but another Saint comes through toward the point and tipped out. Wow, Poise was there ready to keep it in, and that was a safe play. Made OCW might have had a real good scoring chance down on the end boards, and coming up the right wing is McNulty. She's still gets it through, still going. Of Landolina, and then covered up in front. McNulty, number 4, to get through and get a high quality chance on goal, but Landolina yielded no rebound. 9:17 left, period 2 from Sport-O-Rama in Monsey, New York. Pramuka on the faceoff wins it, but they can't get it out as it's kept in by Skull. Herzog battles for it in the far corner. Pramuka's down low, giving a little help. Here comes the breakout. Toman reverses it back to Herzog. Herzog has to use the body to shield. Toman will take it, and she'll skate it around her own net. She's got Pramuka and Rizzo up front. She deals for Pramuka. It's 2-on-2. Pramuka explodes up the right wing, holds up, looks, still looking, fires a shot that was deflected and comes to the high boards. Rizzo trying to get through some traffic. She was 1-on-3, couldn't quite do it, but Rachel Lee at the point gets a hold of it, tries to shoot it through traffic, can't get it through. Knocks it back in with the backhand. Rizzo's down there too, but the Saints are going to be able to steer it into neutral ice. Lee and Herzog exchange, and it goes behind the end line. Sent up all the way through. Rachel Lee was trying to keep that one in, so they wave off the icing. 8:10 left, period 2, 3-1 Orange County West over the Ramapo Saints. This looks to be comprised of the Saints 16U girls for the most part. Your names to this broadcaster as Rizzo steers that one out. Tries to keep it in, takes a spill. Pramuka was also there trying to keep it in. Lee eventually gets it over to Tolman, who toes the line and waits for Rizzo to get back onside. Kept in for a moment, now out. Herzog couldn't keep it in. Conley trying to get over there. She gives Rizzo the gruff from behind. Now it's sent back in. Rachel Lee retreats to her own end and tries to play high-low up the near side boards and in between zones. Rizzo sends it for Pramuka, but there's a lot of traffic there, and those two still battle. McSherry gets it, sends it in, but Herzog picks it up for OCW. Ella Herzog curling around and will take it behind her own net as McSherry and Conley pursue. She goes up to Rizzo. She's breaking out 3-on-3 with Pramuka and Tolman, but they can't get going through neutral ice. Pop up right there. Pramuka picks it up. Rizzo jumps off, and Costello is on. Tolman jumps off, and Helsley is on. There's Teagan. She gets it into the offensive zone and will hustle and pursue after it. It goes off the far side boards, and the change is now complete, except for Pramuka, who has the puck. Slapper! Can't get through. She wound up at the top of the slot and couldn't get it through traffic. It caught a shin pad of one of the Saints. Comes to the point. Matone tries to get it through traffic, but Schroeder blocked it a little bit. It comes back toward the point. She'll send it at net. Will Matone. It goes just wide. Helped aside by the right pad of the netminder. Goes between the points. Poise steps in to send it down low, but Tuttle picks it off there, and the Saints will break out. Pass just into the skates of Schroeder, so they'll have to come back into their own zone and do it all again. Helsley there. Costello gets it. She opens herself up in the slot. Here's a wrist shot off of a stick and goes wide. Comes toward the point, and Poise couldn't really see it until the last moment, and it goes back all the way into the OCW zone. 3-1 OCW, 5:44 left in period 2. Wrist shot by Teagan, and it comes to the near side corner. She was trying to send it up for Poise at the point, but it happened a little bit too late. Coys sends it back in and whistle on the offsides. If you're just tuning in, we're glad you are. As the Saints swap out their netminders here just past the midway point of the game. Rizzo on the faceoff wins it to Helsley's side. Moved forward by Coys and tic-tac-toed into the zone, but quickly moved out, probably for an icing, and there it is. 5:17 now. Rizzo on the dot. Tolman in the slot. Rizzo wins it to Herzog. Wrist shot, save, rebound. Tolman off the post. It's behind the goalie, and she sits down on it. Boy, no rest for the wicked. Gets in there. And two quick chances for the new Saints netminder as they just switched just past the midway point of the game. Rizzo on the dot here. It's another 17. It's not Costello, so I'm going to have to try to figure that one out. Left there for Rachel Lee, moved up on the left wing. Now moved through neutral ice. Herzog is going to be the first one back. She's skated enough miles today to have covered most of the distance between Monsey, New York, and Florida, where her relatives are watching. Wrist shot goes over the glass with 4:30 left in period two. Sent to the near side and moved forward, in and out, but no offside there. Rizzo is going to get it on the near side. She's going to move it out. She has Tolman with her. 2-on-2. They crisscross on top. Rizzo looking at the dot. Wrist shot. Oh, went off the helmet. Tolman centers it back over. It's still loose. Net is off its moorings, but they play on. I don't think the referee saw it. Let's see if the goalie decides to put the net back there. Saints bring it in. Herzog there defending, gets a piece of the defender and forces just enough of it to make the shot go wide. McNulty at the points tries to send it through traffic. Rachel Lee's there, sends it up for Tegan Helsley. Addie Costello is with her. Addie just scored before. The net is still off. They got to, referees, I don't know how they're missing that. They got to put that thing back on as the play escapes. There goes the referee now. He's going to go do that as play goes right behind him. And he repatriates the net to its proper place. Here comes Pramuka out of the corner. Wrist shot. There, rebound. Sticked away by McNulty. Pramuka, another backhand attempt on the stuff. She leaves it there for Matone. Redirected in front by Costello. Second shot. Also a pad save. Pramuka tries to center for Helsley. One-timer by Tegan, and it stopped with the pads and covered up with the glove. 3:03 left, period two. Orange County West 3, the Ramapo Saints 1. Pramuka wins the face-off to Coys. She goes to Matone between the points, sends it down low for Helsley. Tried to get that one redirected at the net, couldn't quite do it. Good puck movement off the face-off by OCW. Helsley centers it in front. Costello there with the backhand once, twice. Still loose, and it comes out. Conley is going to get that, and she moves it up through neutral ice, but Costello jumps in behind 1-on-3 and picks it off. Costello now curls around the outside, sends it to the point. Slapper by Coys was wide of the net and redirects wide. Pramuka picks it up through the dot, bottom of the slot, wrist shot, score! The Slovakian sniper makes it 4-1 for Orange County West with 2:13 left in period number 2. Easton Pramuka came out of the corner, spun around a defender, skated around the outside of the far circle, got to the middle of the slot, and deposited a twisted wrister into the top left corner for a 4-1 lead. That's at least her second of the game. Orange Crush out there. On the attack for the moments after the first face-off, but now in their defensive zone. Toman sends it toward the point. Let's see if they can get it out. They can't. Conley redirects it in front, but can't get it on net. It comes up to Rizzo. She will skate around Tuttle. Gets a hook there, but no call. And Toman will bring it into the offensive zone. Good pass down center. Moved forward, and the Saints regroup. It comes to the point. Coys is going to get it, tries to get it through traffic. Rizzo tries to get it down low, but McNulty's stick redirected it toward the slot. Matone's going to pick that up in front of the Saints bench. Come to Coys. She's going to skate in. She's got some room. Fans on it. Sends it forward. Was looking for Riz, but just a little too strong, and they didn't connect. That one brought back in by McNulty, so Rizzo's onside. Leaves it for Tolman. Top of the slot. Wrist shot. Right pad save. Saints corral it. Tuttle moving up. Runs into Coys, but gets through her. Runs into Matone. Can't do the same. They'll battle for it in the corner. Tuttle pulls it out, will skate behind her own net, tries to wrap around, but it's knocked away. Hustling in the corner. Rizzo plays the man, not the puck. And eventually that leads to possession for OCW, at least for a moment, but it's picked off by Tuttle. She tried to shoot it from the top of the slot, couldn't get it through. Rizzo just fires it down. It's not going to be an icing because it hit one of the Saints' sticks, and the Saints have to regroup. OCW will change, as will the Saints, piecemeal. Skull with it, and she sends it through the slot, but nobody there. They send it at net, but Landolina lets it go through. Centering feed knocked away by Pramuka. She's hauled down from behind, no call. Loose in front, top of the slot. Schroeder knocked down by the right pad of Pramuka as time expires in the period. So OCW will head into the third, maintaining a 4-1 edge. Pramuka's got at least two. I wasn't here for the first. And Costello has another, and not sure who scored for the Saints because I wasn't here for that either. So we apologize for missing a little bit of the action, but, well, that's what happens. If you're watching from Monsey, Montvale, Montpelier, Morristown, Montreal, or any other place that begins with an M, or any other place besides that, we're glad you are checking it out. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and the alerts button, and every time we're live on the channel or uploading content on the channel, you will get a notification and you can check it out. And if you're watching this on demand, we appreciate it, and we appreciate the support that you've given us for so long as the channel has grown, and it's mostly due to girls hockey and their efforts out there and the cooperation of the parents and the organizations. So we're glad to bring it to you. See a lot of smiles out there as the game ought to be fun. Play hard and play for fun. That's what it's all about. Landolina now occupying the goal to our left. Pramuka in the center circle. Underway period 3. Saints are going to pick it up and try to rush this one right in. Trying to get around Herzog. Couldn't quite do it. Nearly did it. Couldn't quite do it. Pramuka's going to pick this one up. Helsley, Pramuka, top of the slot. Save with the pad, with the base of the catching glove, and look who's behind the play. With the video, that's not perfect. Pramuka had a shot. The goaltender got it with the heel of the glove, didn't know where it was. It popped up in front of her. There was a loose puck scramble there, but the Saints gathered around their netminder, and she was able to cover it up. Just underway, period 3, 15:31 left in the game. Pramuka wins that face-off. Rachel Lee has to exit her zone to get it. Goes over to Ella Herzog, who will carry it over on the right wing and send it at the net, but wide. Battled for on the far side. Pramuka picks it up. Centering attempt goes to Herzog at the top of the slot. Wrist shot knocked down by the shaft of the stick. Comes to the point again. Lee tries to send it in deep. She has Pramuka. She's going to march right out of the corner. It's Helsley in front. Shovels it at the net, but can't get it through. Lee battling for it in neutral ice. 2-on-1 now behind the D. Wrist shot goes wide. Good rush there by the Saints as they trail 4-1. Comes out in neutral ice. Tobin tried to send it forward. Got it there for a moment. Gets it to Pramuka. Stood up at the line and offside. 14:34 left, third period. OCW, the Orange Crush, with a 4-1 lead over the Ramapo Saints. From Sport-O-Rama, Costello on the dot. She's got a shorthanded goal. And the face-off, one over to the far side. Kaylee Connolly gets that. McNulty over there, tries to move it forward. Saints have picked up their pace here in the third. Sent through neutral ice. Rizzo there, spins Tuttle around, spins her again. Top of the slot, wrist shot too high. Had a lot on it, but not the accuracy to match. So no rebound. Poise at the point, manages to keep it in. They ping-pong it along the boards. It's battled for still along the boards by the Saints bench and finally tipped out. Rizzo over there shifts it over to Matone. She's going to get it on the backhand. Try to get through Tuttle and Connolly. She gets still forward, like 3 yards in a cloud of dust in football right there. Comes to the right wing, Kaylee Connolly with it. Chips it off the boards, the 71. Leaves it for herself on the boards. Tries to center it, but it's picked off by one of the Orange Crush and now sent back into the far corner. They'll battle for it along the boards over there. Costello, Rizzo, Costello, Rizzo, now Costello. She'll gain the line on the right side. There's Addie. She'll take it into the corner, hit the brakes, send it to the point. Matone will march it down, wrist shot, right pad save, and a good one through traffic. Battled for it in the far corner. McNulty picks that one up and tries to move it up, and she moves it out, chips it to herself. Matone is the one back on a 1-on-2, and she wins it. Comes in offside as Tuttle on the near side wing was still over the line, and the player who was moving the puck forward had no way to see her unless she had eyes behind her head. And even if she did, those eyes would have to penetrate a helmet. Pramuka with Helsley and Toman now for OCW. Lee on the back line, watches that one go just outside of her reach. Saints pick it up, fire that one wide. It comes to the near side boards. Helsley gets it up and out. Saints retreat to neutral ice. Pramuka picks that one off. Helsley, Pramuka, they get onside. Oh, looked like she got onside there. Helsley was waiting for Pramuka to get it, and it looked like she kept the skate back onside. Now they're having a little discussion about it too. Pramuka wins the face-off to Herzog, who sends it in along the near side boards. Tolman shovels it back along the end boards. Saints try to move it up, but jumping in from the point was Rachel Lee. She got a piece, but couldn't quite get possession. So she prevented the breakaway for sure, and she nearly created a big scoring chance for Orange County West. Helsley tips that one in to keep it onside and no icing, but it wasn't going that far anyway. Lee across the boards on the left side, leaves it forward for Tolman, who's in a 50-50 battle for the puck. Eventually it's won by Pramuka. She makes a move in front, wrist shot whistled wide. Helsley over there. Herzog jumps in, sends it in front. Oh, there was the rebound for Toman, and she just couldn't handle it where it was. It just came a little bit too strongly, but she was in the right position. Herzog over the line on the right side. Wrist shot handcuffed the goaltender a little bit, and she lets it go over the crossbar. Toman battling for it. Stick is in a weird spot. Pinching in from the point is Lee. She can't get it. It's a one-on-one. Herzog is back. Forces the player to the outside and blocks the shot. Then corrals it. Gives the puck to Lee, who sends it toward the point for Toman, but it's too strong. And the Saints keep it in. Backhand attempt in front. Redirected. One save by Landolina. And it sneaks its way in. So with 11:09 left in the game, the Saints get a little break there, but all because of the hard work. Looked like it might have been mishandled backward into the net by one of the OCW players, but good things happen when you put the puck on net, and that's a good thing for the Saints right there, not so good for OCW. Orange Crush now with a 2-goal lead. 11:09. Costello on the dot wins it to Matone, who exchanges with Coys, but Conley swipes it forward and will get possession. Centering feed broken up. Conley for Tuttle right there, almost worked the magic. OCW a little out of sorts here as the Saints are putting pressure on. One save, a rebound, and it's covered up with the left pad by Landolina. She's didn't have much action here for a while, but now Emmy's under a lot of pressure and had to make saves on quality shots and secondary saves as well. Costello wins the faceoff to Coys, who sends it around the near side boards. Rizzo pursuing over there, knocks it away. Matone is going to pick this up and move it out at the wing. Costello is going to try to hustle down, but Tobin's there first. Rizzo tries to pick that one off and does. She's going to skate in, but she's 1-on-3. She's got to get it onside first, and now she comes in. It is onside, just barely, and little Keystone Cops there as OCW is all slamming into each other. Possible 2-on-1. Oh, Coys broke it up. Veronica Coys with a big play right there. Costello and Rizzo putting the pressure on. Let's see if they could move it forward. Matone will jump up into the play, and the Saints will move it back into their own zone. Tobin steers it for Conley on the right side. She gains the line, still going top of the circle, tries to center it, but it's rebuffed by Costello. Spinning around her own net in the area behind there is Matone, shoveled toward the back end line by OCW. Let's see if they could break out here. Rizzo off stride is able to get it. She's 1-on-3. Dipsy doodles once, but can't get all the way through. And at least a change or two happens behind her on D. Rachel Lee grabs it as she just jumped onto the ice, sends it through neutral areas in the neutral zone, and eventually moved into the offensive zone. Pace has slowed here a little bit. Lee is going to go off for a tripping penalty, and that will put OCW on the defensive for the next minute 30 with 9:18 remaining in the game, and the Orange Crush with a 4-2 lead over the Ramapo Saints. Penalties are minute 30 for this one today. Helsley and Tolman up front killing it off. Herzog and Pramuka will take the defensive shift on the penalty kill, so Pramuka showing her versatility. Herzog chips it to herself, 2-on-1. She's got Helsley in the middle. Ella gets all the way around everybody. Wrist shot, big save. OCW looking for their second shorthander of the day. Addie Costello had the first. And they are on the attack here. They've had more time on the power play in the Saints zone than the Saints have had in the OCW zone, despite the manpower advantage. They bring it in over the left side. Pramuka picks it up. she's going to skate it out, and she's going to be on the rush with Tegan Helsley. Helsley on the right side, watching Pramuka cut in all the way. Tries to take the shot, upended there, no call. Getting up gingerly is Pramuka, and she's still down over there. We're going to keep an eye on that behind the play. She's taking her time getting up, and they blow the whistle, and she's skating off gingerly right there, but she did get up on her own power. And that is good news. So Easton Pramuka heads to the bench for a well-deserved rest. 26 seconds left in the penalty kill for Orange County West. Coys and Matone on the back line. Helsley and Tolman, who just won the face-off, up front killing it off. Wrist shot, knocked down in front by Matone, battled for there. Coys gets it. She's trying to steer it forward for Helsley. She lets it go through. Saints pick it up in neutral ice, 13 seconds on the power play. They've closed to within 4-2 here after OCW opened up a 4-1 lead through 2. Coys will get it, take it in front of her own net as the penalty now expires. Rachel Lee jumps onto the bench and Louisa jumps onto the ice. Here comes Tolman for, she had it there for Rizzo. Rizzo picks it up. She's got Helsley down low, if she could see her. Wrist shot, blocker down, and it went the opposite way of where the goalie wanted it to, and it almost found its way into the net. Tolman, far corner, battled for 1-on-3, and the 3 in blue are the ones that win. Full and even strength for both teams now. The next thing we're watching is to see Easton Pramuka repatriate the ice after being shaken up. The magnificent number 20 in white, who has at least 2 goals today, and I say that because I missed the first goal for each team. In the slot, sent toward the net, but picked up by OCW, and they move it out. Costello with Rizzo and Helsley. She'll turn the corner, looking, leaves it for Helsley, who takes the one-timer, but it's blocked. Sent around the far side boards, kept in for a moment by Matone. It's going to be a 2-on-1, but Costello is going to hustle back to break it up and also give Coys and Matone a little time to figure out what they're doing. Rizzo picks it off the board, sends it forward for Helsley, and she'll move it up the near side, but not more forward than neutral ice. Tuttle will get it on the left wing, tries to send it at the net, but it hit off Matone's skate. Rebound was left in front and unmarked. Tuttle almost found a way to put that puck in, but it went wide. Wraparound attempt, Tuttle was looking for somebody, but she found Costello, who will break out 3-on-2 with Helsley and Rizzo. Costello over the line on the left side. She'll curl. Let's see if she curls again. She does. Sends it down low for Rizzo, but didn't quite connect there. Comes to the near side at the point. Tuttle and Lee battle for it. Lee wins it because Herzog is the one who's able to get it. Tuttle got a piece of Herzog there, and the pass was disrupted. Long shot is a right pad save by Landolina. It comes to the near side boards, and behind the end boards, Rachel Lee chips it toward herself. It's going to be a foot race between she and Tobin. Tobin wins that one and keeps possession behind the end line. Centering feed blind was right into a big scoring chance right there. Conley's in front, and she scored a bushel for the Saints team earlier this season. Here's a wrist shot that goes just wide. Rizzo is there on the rebound. Down to 5 minutes and 5 seconds left. 4-2 OCW, but the Saints have scored the one in this period to close the gap, and they've threatened a little bit here again in the third. Centering feed for McCarthy. She one-times it but didn't get a lot on it and went wide. Another centering feed rebuffed by Landolina, and Lee picks it up and sends it to the far corner and up the boards on that side. And it's a late and a sloppy change here by OCW, and they got lucky there that Landolina is able to cover that one up because they really only had 4 out there in the defensive zone. Now they can get the personnel out that they want, and most importantly, Easton Pramuka is back out there, so she's shaken off the fall from earlier, and that's a good thing to see. Matone gets it behind her own end line, sends it up for Toman on the far side. Chipped off the boards to herself, but now kept in by the Saints. Coys is going to get there first. Tries to move it forward, but it's picked off. Centering feed is knocked away by Matone, who sends it up for Helsley. Teagan got a little handcuffed by that and couldn't get it cleanly, and eventually she sends it in. Goes around the end line to the far corner. McNulty moves it out into neutral ice. Matone kicked it so it wouldn't go forward, but McCarthy is going to bring it in, and boy, that was a big scoring chance right there on the offside. That one little play, the kick by Matone, almost looked like it could have worked in favor of the Saints, but what it really in effect did was prevent what would have been a 2-on-0 or a 2-on-1, and eventually the Saints just couldn't get it in cleanly. So it's sometimes the play that leads to the play that leads to the play. A wise coach once told me that. Near side, it's probably, and that will put the face-off down to the left of Emily Landolina with 3:37 left in the third period at Sport-O-Rama in Monsey, New York, where Orange County West maintains a 4-2 lead that they'd like to put in the books. Pramuka on the dot, Rizzo in the slot. Pramuka wins it to Coys, chipped up to Costello for Rizzo. Let's see if Rizzo can get behind the D, crisscrossing, still crisscrossing, has Costello in front. There's a shot. Good work by Rizzo and Costello just to keep it and not get in each other's way, and always provide the option. Pramuka on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Costello on the half boards wins it. Coys and Costello play high-low, Rizzo's battling in front. Pramuka gets it behind the net. She's going to draw some attention as she curls out, looking, still looking. Pramuka gets to the point, leaves it for Matone. Matone between the points, sends it in front. It was knocked down by a glove of one of the Saints and ended up going wide. McShay end line with it over to Conley on the breakout point on the far side. But Costello there to close the gap. Pramuka gets it. She's with Rizzo. Pramuka gets through one. Wrist shot goes through the 5-hole. And the Slovakian sniper with at least her third of the game. It could be 4, but that will make it 5-2 with 2:45 left in the game. That ought to salt it away as far as the win and the loss is concerned. Stranger things have happened, but that pretty much will decide the winner and the loser of this game. We'll just see what the details end up being with the final score. Good game for OCW. Wrist shot, right pad saved by Landolina. Rebound attempt by Tuttle. Goes right into the OCW logo on number 12 in the nets. And she covers it up. Face-off battled for there, picked up. Wrist shot goes just wide. It had Landolina confused. That one goes off Landolina and falls down in front. It's still not covered now, the whistle. Landolina just didn't really have a look at that puck. It was sent right through traffic. I don't think she knew it was there, and then it was sent right back out in front. She knocked it down, couldn't locate it. OCW didn't win the face-off, but they stole it there. Now Tobin picks it off from the point. Helsley steers it up and gets it out. Saints get it through neutral ice. They send it in onside. It should have been an icing there. I'm not sure why there was no icing. It was clearly a few feet behind center line. Helsley uses the body to shield the puck coming in. Saints putting on a lot of pressure now. And let's see if that leaves something behind for OCW. Helsley behind the D. Can she get a hold of it? Can't. Trying to work some passing with Tolman. Saints bring it in, getting past Herzog. Wrist shot, knocked away with the left pad. Still loose. Here comes Tolman. She's with Helsley, 2-on-1. Get that head up, and you're going to have a nice, easy pass. And that's what she does. Helsley, wrist shot, blocker save, rebound, tries the stuff attempt, can't get it in, too sharp of an angle. So 10 and 11 working some good passing down there. That one sent down. It's going to be an icing. And with 1:11 left in the game, 5-2 Orange County West. They've salted this one away. And see if they could add another one. Costello on the dot. Wins the face-off. Right back to Costello. Leaves it in front. And it goes just past. Tries to get through. Hits a couple of people. Loose in front. Knocked down. Costello there tries to shovel it forward. OCW moving it behind the net now. Costello's going to hustle to get to that one. Reverses, field, looking, still looking, goes to the point. Matone. Oh, on the rebound. Oh, it's a save. Trip right there. Rizzo got just blatantly dumped. She wasn't even near the crease, which is, if she's in the crease and the goalie makes contact, that's going to be one thing. But she was 3 feet away from the crease. And the goalie just stuck her stick out and just tripped Luisa Rizzo. Somebody gets dumped in the corner. Centering feed knocked away as we're down to 11 seconds. They'd like to just keep pucks out of the net at this point. Sent to the far side boards. Saints still battling. That's going to do it for the last couple of seconds as Rizzo's up there. And the whistle, rather, end of the game is upon us. 5-2 the final. OCW. Formuka with at least 3. Costello with at least 1. I'm not sure who got the first one. And there you could see a lot of happy kids on either side. Because what could be better than playing a hockey game on a 70-degree Sunday in March? Not much. There's all the handshakes. Most of these players are familiar with one another, and you could see them clowning around after the game. It's a good kind of game that you like to see. Very sporting and hard played either way, and you could bet your bottom dollar that everybody out there was having fun in this one. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, and every time we're going live or uploading content, be it games, live streams, or anything else, you'll get an alert. And tell a friend to tell a friend about the YouTube channel if they're interested in hockey, or if you have a daughter, a granddaughter, a great-granddaughter, a niece, or a friend. Encourage them to get on the ice and play hockey because it's a wonderful sport. That's going to do it from Sport-O-Rama, Orange County West 5, the Ramapo Saints 2. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching OCW Girls Hockey.